Hi, my name is Makarichi and I'd love to welcome you to the Blackspot group of companies. My role is simple in this organization. I sit on the board of directors and I also occupy the office of the operations manager as to date as we record in this video in May 2023. Maybe you could be joining the organization at a later stage and maybe there's a different operations manager. But as of today, I'm currently the operations manager and I'd love to welcome you to our team, the winning team. We are a team that simply believes in one thing: growth. Why growth? Because we care about the betterment of our people. As an organization, we firmly believe and prioritize the development of people's skills. But in as much as developing people's skills is important, we also believe that character is way more valuable. It is way more important than the skill. A wise man taught me and said, skill can be taught anytime. We can teach a person a new skill overnight and they can wake up tomorrow knowing how to do something they didn't know how to do. But if there's one thing we cannot teach people overnight that takes time to build, it's your character. Hence, it's important to always work on building it to be a good person, to be the person that you want people to see you as. Now, speaking of that, there's an old saying that says, people buy people, and that's not a lie. People do not always come for the product that you're selling. At times they come for the person selling the product. Think about it. You join our organization, at some point somebody asks you a question, or at some point somebody gets to know that you are somehow affiliated with what we do. How will your personality benefit us as a company in being able to say, because you were part of us, we managed to get a better client, because you were part of us, we've managed to grow to be better. That's just one thing I would love you to think about while you're watching this induction video. The purpose of this video is for me to give you my heart, for me to help you understand what kind of a business we're running, what kind of an organization you're walking into. One thing I can guarantee you, there's gonna be a lot of fun. But there's also going to be a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of different things that you're not used to that you have to get used to. To open up the induction policy document, as you're seeing on your screen, we believe in a very simple model. See one, do one, and teach one. What does that mean? The process where you see one and you get to do one is what we call the process of learning. That's where you get people showing you things, explaining to you how do we do what we do and why do we do it. Then, for you to become a master at what you do, for you to become an expert, we believe it takes a process of teaching one. That is why we call it see one, do one, and teach one. I hope that makes sense. Regardless of your background, your qualifications in the pedagogical sector, we do not really focus much on that. We focus more on what is it that you can bring into our organization. So should you not have a massive resume in terms of qualifications, you're at the right place. We believe this is the place where skills and talents can be developed to become way much better than what they are right now. Now, I want to draw your attention to this. As an organization, we have a culture where we care about developing one another. I want to challenge you to say every little thing you're going to learn in this video, find an individual within our organization or outside that you can help to teach, that we can be better people together. Remember, you see one, you do one, and you teach one. Moving on to the next segment, I want to speak about this. Let it be your responsibility as an employee to teach the next employee who comes after you. Let it be something that you're passionate about because it's something you'll be understanding. To break down the services we offer as an organization, we focus on a couple of studios. We believe in the audio production. We believe in the videography side of things. We also have a photography studio. We've got a design studio, and we've got what we call a digital studio where we do most of our digital marketing on. To break down what the audio recording and mastering studio focuses on is we create any form of content in audio format. This content is solely to serve the purpose of listening. It does not serve the purpose of one to see, but just to listen. There are people who've got the ability to hear, but the inability to see. How can we serve those communities and how can we serve those peoples? There are mediums of advertising like the radio, the podcasting platforms, where people might want just to focus on the audio side of things. That's how we cover those areas. Moving on to the visual studio side, we do post-production and we do live streaming. It could be an event, it could be a music video, it could be a function for the corporate space. Doesn't matter what it is, that's what we're about. And when we go into the photography studio, we do a photography for wedding coverage. We do landscapes, we do fashion, we've done aerial shots because we also fly drones. we do architectural, and we also have editorial photography, which is specifically for the events of using for posters and graphic sites and so forth. When we move on to the design studio, we do graphic design as a service on its own, because some of the times a client wants us to do a 3D mock-up of a building. We're able to do that to the technology that we have. Moving on, the photography studio. I've spoken about it, and now I need to speak about the digital and the online space, which is quite a big space where we do a lot of things. We do social media management, we do website developments because we do web enhancements as well. And in the near future, we are looking to be offering certified courses in the following: audio production, photography, videography, digital marketing, and digital content creation. Yes, there's a difference between digital marketing and digital content creation. We've got what we call the Monday Motivation as well. The Monday Motivations is a space where we encourage punctuality to start our day. That means you can be late on any other day, not on a Monday, because Mondays are days where we are all coming in on a high level to perform even way better than what we did the previous week, because we will have reflected on it already. We also plan to use the equipment that is at our disposal to start having Monday meetings, like inviting a comedian to watch videos over a projector. We could do anything that we could just to try and create an environment that allows people to work in a much better space. It might not be done every Monday, but it's something we're hoping to get to do. As an organization, we believe that way we will stay motivated, and we believe it will build a better team spirit, encouraging one another, and to do catching up. Some people go through a lot over the weekend and they might just want a shoulder to lean on and tell them what happened, and they can feel better. That's why we're here. We're a family at the end of the day. But also remember, your co-workers are not your friends. Keep that in mind, because I wouldn't want you to end up saying things that you don't want other people to know that they can use against you in the future, and you say you took it from the induction video, hence I'm putting it out there. Moving on, we also believe that our character here in the company will be more present simply because of these Motivation Mondays. Let's talk about the yellow list. I've worked in an organization, and I used to go to my manager every now and again, giving him questions after questions, and it became annoying, and I didn't know this, that I was consuming more time from him than I was actually helping him. Remember, the minute you walk into the door, you are only answering one question, which says, how can I help you, to the next person? You are here to solve problems. How do you solve problems when you're creating an additional problem? The yellow list is what helped me. So every computer device has what we call sticky notes, or any type of notes. The yellow list simply means whenever you think about something you want to ask your manager or your supervisor or the next person in line with you, you have to write it down. The moment you write it down, you will go to that person when you have a list of questions, not just one thing. That is only if it's not important or if it's not urgent. Should it be important or urgent? It's not every time you need to go and knock on that door. Sometimes that knock could have been a text and it could have been responded to. So these are just the basic things we believe in our organization could help us to save each other's time, because in as much as we have a lot of time, we don't have time, because we've got a lot of problems to solve more than the time that we have to solve those problems. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that as an organization, we always encounter daily problems to deal with. There are problems you can put on hold. Some of them you can't ignore them, but some you can. To make our days become way more productive here within our organization, we decided to use the Eisenhower box as our problem-solving technique. It's going to be showing you on your screen right now. What this box simply stands for is the fact that there are 4 quadrants. The first quadrant speaks about what is urgent. Second quadrant speaks about what is not urgent. Then we've got another one which speaks about what is important while it's urgent. And then the other one speaks about what is not important while it's not urgent. There are things you're going to meet that you're going to want to do that are important but not urgent. Some are urgent but important. Some are not important and not urgent. So you need to have the ability to discern and to justify, to elaborate more on these quadrants. The first quadrant speaks about urgent and important. This simply has one word: do it now. The turnaround time for it is now. The second quadrant would be, it's not urgent, but it is important. You need to decide and schedule a time when you're going to do it, because you know it's important, but it's not urgent. So it doesn't need to get done now. The third quadrant speaks about, It's urgent, but it's not important. It needs to be done now, but it's not important. It's a question of, do I have time to do it? One. Two, it's a question of who can do it. We believe so much in the power of delegation. If someone else can do that task that is of a lower rank than you are, delegate that task. Save your time, let them do it, and you do something that is more challenging and more difficult. The last quadrant is a very simple one. It's not urgent, it's not important. There are two options. Delete it, eliminate it, or schedule it for a way further time that doesn't take away from the productivity. This is just the basics that I can share with you. And when we speak about urgent and important, as a company, we believe that making progress is something that is important on all our daily tasks. Every performance is countable. It is way better to start your day with the most urgent and important tasks. For example, you get to the office and you check which task needs to be done, and you check your schedule, and you schedule your tasks according to the nature of their importance. If you do that, I believe you'll be having one of the best days of your lives, because you'll be making more progress. Moving on to the next part, I would love to introduce you to our new system of the calendar, because we are a full iOS organization now. We use the same iCloud account, meaning the same stuff that is on the receptionist's calendar is the same stuff that the HR can see on their calendar. So should there be anything you would love to schedule in the calendar, schedule it in mind, knowing that everybody has access to it. Should there be something private, I highly recommend you go and use a Google Calendar. It's something that you can have a personal control of. And I'd love to walk you through what we call the CRM process. Every little task we do in our organization, your CRM needs to correspond with that. 3 months from now, I can come and tell you that you never gave me feedback about something, simply because I might have forgotten, since I have a lot of things that I'm doing. But if you write on your CRM that I've given feedback to admire on this day, you've got the CRM to back you up. So always try to remember to load stuff on your CRM. It might happen that you might not be able to load it on the same day, but the opportunity you get, go back and load that task on the CRM. I believe this has given you more insight about what it is that we believe as a company culture. But one thing I want to share with you is we care more about solving problems more than being informed about them. Because one thing I can guarantee you, the fact that you're joining our organization means we have identified a loophole that you can fill. We've identified a gap that you can cover. So go make a difference. Solve a problem, inform us that you identified the problem, but only if you have a solution for it. If you haven't found the solution, don't talk to us about the problem, because we already know that it exists. So I wish you the best, and I hope this place is going to be a better place for you, and I hope that you are going to help us make a better difference and change the world, one photo at a time, one poster at a time, one video at a time. Many thanks.